Okay, so there is some massive news swirling around the world of Harry Potter, and it's all about a huge corporate deal that could genuinely change the future of the franchise. So, what does it all mean? Let's dive in and break it down.
This is it, right? This is the question on every single fan's mind. When you hear about new ownership, it's natural to wonder if the wizarding world as we know it is about to be turned upside down. And honestly, the short answer is kinda yes and no. It's way more nuanced than you might think.
To get a sense of the scale we're dealing with here, just look at this number $111 billion. That is a reported size of Paramount's bid to buy Warner Bros. We're not talking about a small shuffle. This is one of the biggest potential media shakeups in a long, long time. So, how did we even get to this point? Well, this whole thing isn't just about Harry Potter. It's about a massive shift happening across all of Hollywood, and the wizarding world is right in the middle of it. The story really kicks off with Warner Bros.' financial situation. The company is apparently carrying a pretty significant amount of corporate debt, and that's pushed them to look into a sale. For a while, it seemed like Netflix was a big contender, maybe looking to scoop up some key parts. But then, Paramount came to the table with an offer for the whole shebang. And when I say the whole shebang, I am not kidding. Just look at this list. A buyout wouldn't just be for the Harry Potter rights. It would include the entire Warner Bros. Film studio, absolute powerhouses like HBO and DC Studios, Cartoon Network, Portkey Games, the folks behind Hogwarts Legacy, and of course the Wizarding World IP. Harry Potter is a massive piece of the puzzle, but it's part of a much bigger empire.
Now, this brings us to what is easily the most important piece of this whole story, especially for fans. It's the part that directly affects the future of the magic. I'm calling it the rolling factor, and it's all about one thing: creative control.
So, this is maybe the most crucial distinction to understand. A lot of people's minds immediately jump to the George Lucas deal, where he sold Star Wars lock, stock, and barrel to Disney. But that is not what happened with Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling never sold the intellectual property outright. She has always kept significant contractual involvement. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means she has creative guardrails built right into her contract. She has consultation rights, she has approval authority on major projects, and she's an executive producer on adaptations. This is the key. Even if Paramount takes over, they're just stepping into the agreement Warner Bros. Already has with her. They can't just go and do whatever they want with the world she built. Okay, so let's see how this all plays out with the project every fan is waiting for, that new TV series. How does a massive corporate deal like this actually affect its future? If Paramount buys Warner Bros., they also get HBO Max, but they already have their own streaming service, Paramount Plus. So that creates two pretty likely scenarios. One, they could just merge everything into one giant super service. Or two, they could keep HBO Max but pull the biggest franchises, like Harry Potter, over to Paramount Plus to make that platform stronger. Now for the big fear. Could the series get canceled? The short answer is almost certainly not. No way. Think about it. The show is already deep into development. For a company like Paramount buying this whole thing, that series isn't some problem to deal with. It's one of the most valuable assets in the entire deal. It's a true crown jewel. So really, we're looking at two realistic outcomes. The first, and maybe most likely, is that the series just continues exactly as planned, just with a new corporate logo at the top. The second possibility is that Paramount sees an even bigger opportunity. They might influence the budget or the long-term strategy, maybe even push for more spin-offs to build out the universe even faster. But hey, the wizarding world isn't just about film and TV anymore. The gaming side of things has become this massive pillar for the franchise, and you can bet it's another huge piece of this acquisition puzzle. Hogwarts Legacy was, just a monster success. It pulled in over $1 billion in revenue. A number like that gets corporate attention fast. Any new owner is going to look at that and see video games as a major high-profit area for growth. And yeah, it looks like the wheels are already turning. Industry reports are saying a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy is already in development. And what's really fascinating is the strategy here. It looks like they're aiming to line up the game's release with the TV series debut, somewhere around 2027. That kind of coordinated multi-platform launch is just a super powerful way to get everyone excited at once. So, after all that, the billions of dollars, the corporate strategy, the creative contracts, what is the bottom line? What does this all really, truly mean for the future of the wizarding world? If you take just one thing away from all of this, let it be this right here. This deal is about who owns the studio, not who owns the story. J.K. Rowling's creative oversight is still in place. The fundamental creative rules that have shaped the wizarding world from day one, they are not going away.
So what does change? The financial incentive. Paramount would be taking on one of the most beloved franchises on the planet, and you better believe their #1 goal will be to maximize its value. And how do you do that? Expansion. This deal makes it more likely, not less, that we're going to see a lot more stories coming out of the wizarding world. So that really leaves us with one final and pretty exciting question. With the very real promise of an expanding universe under new leadership, what stories are still out there waiting to be told? A series about the Hogwarts founders? The adventures of the Marauders? I mean, really, the possibilities are endless.